it.
Welcome to Comics Corner, my video blog interview thing where I interview a fellow Florida comedian. This week, DeCotiis. Dan, say hi.
Hey, how's everyone doing? What's going on, Bart?
We are live on location at Fred's in Naples, and wow, we got a jam-packed crowd. Keep it down, guys. We know DeCotiis in the building. We just saw you tonight, man. You featured. It was very fun. It was very fun. You like coming down to Naples and Fred's?
I like Naples. Naples is better than most of the places I play. I was in Topeka, Kansas 2 weeks ago. Anything's better than the home of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Well, that sounds like fun. Do you get out of Florida a lot?
Yeah, I'm in Iowa in 2 weeks. I'm there for, I think, 2.5 weeks. 15 shows in like 16 days. Yeah, I got some cool stuff.
Nice, man. Busy man. Do you ever find that going to different states or different parts of Florida or whatever, do you ever change something up, or how do crowds differ? I've only performed in 2 cities.
First things first, you always gotta find. I'll hold the microphone. It's always strange to have a nice black dick in my mouth. And if I'm not holding it, I'm not doing it. Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you go to other states, you have to find a local reference. Like around here, we're in Naples, so the joke is a mockali because it's a piece of shit. I'm sorry, is that where you're born and raised? Okay. But yeah, you go to Topeka, you're like, what's the shithole town? And you find it, and you rip into it, and then it's your first 8 minutes. And outside of that, people laugh. Like, I'll do 25 minutes of jokes. They'll laugh at the same rate no matter where I am. They just laugh at the different parts of the act. Like some places they really like the dirty shit. Some places they really like the clean shit. But it's not the same, but they seem to laugh at the same rate. People are people.
People are people. So let's start off at the beginning, of course. How long have you been doing comedy? Why did you get into it?
Yeah, I've been doing comedy for a little over 3 years now, and I started because I saw a George Carlin special when I was 5, and there was a camera angle from the back, and you could see the 3-tier theater, and see George silhouetted, and it was like, oh, that guy's the man. These people are all losers. And I was like, I want to be that guy. And I didn't think you could actually do it. Like, I mean, I don't know. I thought Eddie Murphy just became famous because he was at a party and an HBO executive was like, that's a great story. Let's do an hour of them. I didn't know there was a hierarchy. There was open mics. And I just got into it because I don't want to go to a day job. You know? How great would it be to just tell jokes for a living and have people tell you that they love you? I mean, that's the dream. Unfortunately, it's not 1986, and there's no money. Yeah, it could be worse.
No, I definitely agree with that. I think that is a lot of people's dreams. It's just not to have the day job, not to somehow avoid that 9 to 5.
Oh God,
is the dream.
That is making it. Kevin Barnett, a very good comic in New York, really funny dude. He was in that movie Sleepwalk with Me. He had a great joke. He's like, when I first started comedy, all I wanted to do was be famous, you know. And then got a little older, and I realized all I wanted to do was pay the bills. And I'm a little older, and I realized all I wanted to do was find $20 on the ground. Kevin Barnett, very funny comic. But yeah, your goals change. Everybody wanted to be, George Carlin. Everybody wanted to be Bill Hicks or all the big stars, Louis C.K., Doug Stanhope. And then you realize, like, probably not going to make it like that. Oh, maybe I'll just pay the bills. And you're like, you make $100, you drive. I had a gig in Kansas. I was in Kansas. $400 for the weekend. Sounds great on paper. All right, Expedia.com. Flight. $385. Okay, I don't have to eat. Got to rent a car. I ended up losing $150, but on Facebook I got like 16 likes, so it was worth it, you know? But, you know, comedy's a waste of time. Everyone should just grow up, really. I think at the end of the day, what do you guys do with your lives? You know anyone who's made it?
Personally? No, I mean, people are making it, kind of feels.
I mean, the only people I know who have made it are like the guys who are really funny. You have to be so goddamn funny to go anywhere in comedy. And it's just, frankly, I don't think we got it. I don't know. But it's doable, but it's kind of just like a big waste of time until I grow up and start selling insurance. That's the dream.
Yes, it's selling insurance. DeCotiis killing comedy careers by the minute.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love seeing. My favorite thing is like new comics go on stage and they have hope. It's so cute. It's funny. If you had told me like day one what the next 3 years of my life would be, I would never have done comedy.
Really?
I really thought it was like you told jokes and some guy sitting there smoking a cigar like, hey, I own NBC, you're hilarious. And then you just get $1 million. Thank you very much. I didn't understand. I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
It's interesting that you say that though, because one thing I wanted to ask is that, I don't know what you're going to say too, is are you happy with where you are in 3 years? Because definitely, you look at a lot of comics that have done 3 years, they're not where you are. So how do you feel about that?
No, 3 years in, they say It's like, oh, it takes 10 years to be a headliner. And it probably does. But, where I'm at, I'm very happy with it. There was a poll in New York Times Magazine, and I was voted the greatest comedian of all time. And that's like something that I really cherish, No, I'm all right. I got fucking 7 minutes of dick jokes. And these dumbass crowds keep falling for it. They fall for it. So, yeah, I've done a couple festivals here and there. My favorite is the official comic of the Miami Dolphins. Hate football. I think it's a dumb sport. My favorite player is David Beckham, and it's a fucking awful. It's just such a waste of time to watch sports and live vicariously through men who are much stronger and better looking than you are. I always love the concept of people wearing someone else's jersey in their name, where it's like, I don't matter, but Randy Moss does. Like, why don't you just have your own identity? But I'm the official comic of the Dolphins. Great team. I think they lost every game.
Go Dolphins.
Go Dolphins.
So what made you get into comedy in the first place? What made you go, I want to try this? What, and where was it too? Was it Florida? Where'd you start?
I started in Florida. I'm 24 now. I started when I was 20, and I don't know. I just always wanted to do it. My buddy was like, "Oh, you're funny." People always tell me like, "You're funny," which is a nice way of saying you're not funny. Stop telling jokes. And someone's like, "You should be a stand-up comedian." They're basically saying, "Stop. You're wasting our time." I don't have so many breaths on this earth, but. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do comedy. I'm going to do it in a year. I'm going to write jokes for a year. And my buddy's like, yeah, you can do it on Saturday. And I just did it on Saturday. And it went terribly. And then I did it again on Monday. And it went even worse. Then I did it on Tuesday. It was all right. And here we are, Wednesday night. Here we are. 4 days in. But yeah, comedy, it's fun. And it's, like I said, it's just, I don't want to sit in a job. I don't want a boss. I don't want someone to tell me. I got paid tonight. And I told a woman that I got the key to her pussy or something. I talked about, like, I met the mayor. There was the mayor of Naples or something was here. And he's like, oh, I'm the mayor. I'm like, hey, give me the key to this chick's pussy. We call the pussy the city. I got paid to say that. If you said that any other job, you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
They gave me a bonus. Like, that's the dream, man.
Yeah.
I can just say, hey, look at you with your big tits. Applause break.
Money.
And then they put you up in a hotel. And then some drunk girl's like, oh, you're cute. And then they fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've always thought about is that, let's say, how long were you up here? You'd say 25, 30?
I did 27 minutes.
27 minutes you were up here, just having fun, telling jokes, making a connection, and you probably made more money than in, what, 3 hours of manual labor?
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't want to go behind the curtain. I don't want to let you guys see behind the curtain, but tonight, I got paid a fresh Ulysses S. Grant. It's a $50 bill, sir. $50 for 27 minutes. Do the math. That's $100 a minute. I'm not good at math. Not good at math. No, but that's like what, $1.50? I don't do math. But there's more money than you make.
I was just like, yeah,
he's right. No, you make more. I make more money a minute than fucking. Well, not Bill Gates. But like Steve Jobs. Well, Steve Jobs is dead. He doesn't make much anymore. I'm sorry, too soon? I got my iPhone.
Ashton Kutcher's been playing.
He looks like him. Well, he looks more like him than I do.
I've only seen it.
I don't know, Steve Jobs bores me. Check out Bill Burr's bit on Steve Jobs. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, he wrecks him. It's great. Yeah. Bill Burr. Oh, he destroys him. It's great. Talking about how like Steve Jobs. I know, right? Well, Bill Burr always finds a way to like take a topic that you cherish and ruin it. But God, he's so funny. He talks about basically Steve Jobs took credit for all the stuff that the smarter guys around him invented. Which I mean, there's some smart ass dudes who are like, hey, I kind of thought of the iPhone. Yeah, I'm Steve Jobs. Go fuck yourself. So check out Bill Burr's bit. Don't watch my comedy. What are you watching this for? Go watch Bill Burr. Watch Louis C.K. Watch Doug Stanhope. Watch Bill Hicks and George Carlin. They have figured out how to tell jokes. You know?
Your cigarette was wrong. Oh, and it fell. Called it.
Hey, look at this.
It's like a Shyamalan twist.
Hey,
Oh!
Hey, if you got this far in the video, that's a. Oh, I can't do it twice.
We did one. Oh, no, folks. Third time. Oh!
Check me
Damn!
out. Follow me on Twitter.
5,000 views just from that.
That'd be amazing.
I hope so. Can you pull me 5,000?
Oh, yeah.
I have a Comedy Time video. It's got 9,000 views. That's like the size of a very small community. I mean, and everybody didn't like it.
Good show.
Yeah.
You ever seen Community?
I do. I have seen. It was actually one of my favorite TV shows.
I love it.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
They're great. It's Donald Glover, not the best stand-up. Sorry, Don. I know you're watching, but he's
a subscriber.
He's really funny on that show.
Yeah.
All those guys are funny. Joe McHale's funny.
That's a good eclectic cast.
Yeah, it was good. And that blonde is big old titties. I like her.
Watch the movie Choke. You get to see him.
I've seen him. Mr. Skin.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you familiar with Mr. Skin?
Oh, today.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Not a joke.
Yeah, do you have a subscription? I don't.
No.
I recently, I'm the idiot who bought a porn subscription.
Yeah?
I had never had
What's
it.
the site?
It was Reality Kings, which is like Brazzers, which is like basically the cream of the cream.
Yeah,
Cream of the cup.
Yeah.
But I saw, you know how they always do like 5-minute videos, and you're like, oh man, I wish I could see what happens. And, you know, do they get fucked? Yeah, they always get fucked. But I wanted to see it, and there was a little like watermark, and I went to the site, and I was alone in a hotel room. I don't know, I was in Alabama or something, and I bought it, and it was $39, and I forgot about it, and it cost me like $80 to see the last 3 minutes of that video. But it was worth it. It was worth it. It's my dad's credit card.
Hey. Did they fuck?
No. I couldn't get it up. No, they fucked. And it was really good sex, and I'm really happy with the part of it.
Back to comedy, if you want.
Don't buy a porn subscription. That's a waste of money.
And that is don't buy a porn subscription. Any good free sites, Pornhub?
Oh yeah, I'm a Pornhub guy, of course. That's where we all started. Pornhub, RedTube, not bad. But I go to bad. It's called Bad Jojo. And it's like one of the Google search engines of porn. You type in anything, pissing, Bad Jojo, pissing, and then you see people peeing on each other, and they do it. Have you heard of Japanese Genki porn?
I want to say
Genki is a word in Japanese means food, I believe, or something like that.
Oh, maybe that's why not.
Yeah, and they all eat seafood, so the whole fucking genre is dedicated to putting eels in people's asses. It's really good. Check it out. Vice.com has a whole documentary. Genki, the art of porn. Good stuff. Really good stuff. It's hard to get off to. It's delicious.
I find it hard, but not entirely possible to jack off to.
Food porn?
Yeah, it's a food porn. You know what I mean? You said you performed everywhere. What is your favorite place that you have performed at, both state-wise and venue-wise?
My favorite state to perform, let's see. Probably New York. New York's pretty cool. My favorite place to perform was probably Gotham Comedy Club. That was a really cool place. Yeah, New York's really cool. It's really hard. I lived in New York for 4 months to do stand-up. I had a time frame, like 4 months, live in the summer, and come back graduate college. And I went in with bright eyes and bushy tails, and I left a little dejected. Because everybody up there is really funny. Not everybody, but everybody who's worth anything. Like, there's a core group of dudes that are legit. And then you think you're funny, and then you walk in, and you're like, I do poetry. This is not comedy. But you get so much better up there. I don't know. Probably New York. LA was alright. I like the South. Like, Georgia's fun.
Georgia?
I like dumb redneck crabs that laugh at me. Okay, so Georgia, Alabama, Kansas. North Carolina, favorite state, by far. Asheville, North Carolina was the coolest place I've ever been. Forget New York. Asheville. You ever been there?
It's close.
Raleigh, North Carolina was really cool.
Yeah, I like North Carolina. I've been there.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, North Carolina's a good state. Yeah, I've performed, I think, in like 14 states now.
Nice.
Try and get all 20 states. That's my goal.
Yeah?
All 20.
All 20? Took me a second.
I wanted 51 states. Puerto Rico. I would have liked to perform in Puerto Rico. They got water slides and hookers down there. That'd be a good place.
Two greatest things I've
Yeah, what else do you need in this world? A water slide and a hooker. Clean off after
At the same time? Oh.
Yeah. 2 for 1. She gets on top to pay once. Puerto Rico, they use peanuts as currency, so it's, I don't know. Gotta go home and play video games. Play video games?
A little bit, yeah.
What's your favorite game? I'm a Street Fighter guy. I played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which was released in 1999 on the Dreamcast.
You played on the Dreamcast?
No, I played on Xbox 360. I'm currently ranked #1 in America with my character. I play all day, every day.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember I guess 14 or 15 in the world. But the Japanese are way better than me. But Third Strike's great. I love the arcades. You ever been to an arcade?
I go like a new kind of arcade where it's all the systems and TVs.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. The old days is great because you walk in, you're like, who's the best? And then you just wait and you wait and you smell the guy who smells the worst. And he's the best. He's the best. He's the king. But the old days when you put a quarter on the machine, you ever play like you got it? And it's like, oh, I'm next. And you put your quarter and then, oh God, I missed the good old days. God, I wish I was 45 years old.
Why?
Because I would have done comedy in the 80s and I'd be famous. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna interview you. You interview me.
Okay.
Ask me a question about comedy.
About comedy? We're not talking about comedy. I'm feeling of what you might say. I always ask this though.
Okay.
Someone comes up to you after a show, they're like, "Oh man, I really enjoyed it. I myself am looking into getting into comedy." What do you tell them?
God. Don't.
Is that what you tell
Don't
them?
write me jokes. Give me $8 a joke. That's the best
Yeah?
joke. No, I don't buy jokes. It's just stealing this legit. But no, I don't. I usually tell them, this is what I tell them. I go, write one joke. Write a joke. Bet you can't do it. Bet you can't write a joke. You know how fucking hard you guys do comedy. You know how hard it is to write a joke? And people come out and they see your acting, they're like, hey, it's the same jokes you're doing 4 months ago. Write one fucking joke. Set up, punchline. Don't even tag it. Just write a joke. Can't do it. So I tell them, write a joke. If it works, tell it. If it doesn't, write another one. And before you know it, you'll have 3 jokes, and that's 45 minutes of material. So just start doing crowd work. But I tell them for the most part, don't do it if you want to be famous. You're not going to be famous.
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope talks about it. Really funny comic. Doug, he says, getting famous in comedy is like trying to get famous at arena football. Basically. You're not. It just doesn't happen. There's 4 famous comedians, and they're all down. Not gonna make it. But yeah, don't do comedy. But write me jokes because I'm not a good writer. So
How much per joke?
$8.
$8 is the real. All right,
Go
you're
right
here.
Yeah, in coins. I just put a coin star. I like the coin star machine. All right, that's a fun joke. That's a fun. What do you tell me comics?
What do I tell new comics? If you truly, like you said, you're looking to get famous, you're looking for money, not directly. If anything, like you kind of mentioned before, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah, well, that
If you have a car and you're willing to spend gas and food and hotel if you want that, then yeah.
And you start flying on planes, you lose even more money.
Yeah.
Because if you're not putting asses in seats, if you're not famous, and you work the road, they just suck you dry. You don't make any money. Like I came out here, I did 2 shows, I got $50 a show. $100, put them in for a hotel. I got food, I got a couple of drinks, pack of cigarettes. I probably lost $20. And this is a gig that people are fighting for. Like I featured on the road. Like that's a gig that it's not easy to get that gig. Like I worked 3 years every day of the week. Exactly. And I'm telling you, I make shit. But granted, I'm telling fucking jokes. So why would you pay me? I'm a client. It's not like I'm doing something that is impressive. Rich Voss told me he goes, I like the idea of new comics. I don't like new comics. And there's something to be said about that, because like I see all these new guys, and I'm new, I'm 3 years in, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. In 4 years I'm gonna look back at this act and be like, oh my god, I'm terrible. But yeah, new comics, there's so much hope and they're just so cute. But I love to watch them bomb. Like when you see a man bomb the first time, you see comedy, you're gonna bomb, you bomb that bomb, you bomb. Yeah, your whole life just shatters. I remember I bombed and I was thinking to myself like, it's not that I'm not funny, it's that my father never loved me. Like it goes so much deeper than jokes. Oh man, I love you, man. I know you're a big fan of the Comics Corner.
For the love of God, call him!
He's a great man.
Call him!
It's cool, parents are finally proud of me for doing something. Because I've been to 5 rehabs, so it's like, oh, you're on a comedy club, it's a mild step up.
Have you reached your goal, by the way? Do you have no day job? Is this what you do?
It's what I do, but I don't make enough money to survive. I used to have a good job, like I worked construction, I was like in a union, and I made like good ass money, so I had like a little bit to stave off. My parents helped me here and there, but like I need to find a day job. And the problem is when you get a day job, you can't work the road. Because it's like, oh, I'm not going to be here from Thursday to Sunday. Okay, well, you're not going to be here on Monday either. We're fired. Like, you can't just take that much time off to go to Tucson, Arizona for a weekend. It's like, I don't care, I'm featuring. What does that mean? You're fired. So it's like, if you want to do comedy, you kind of have to go all or nothing. And unfortunately, it's been nothing for a while. But yeah, I don't have a job.
So, Dan, where do you want to see yourself in 5 to 10 years? What is the ultimate goal? Little by little, where do you want to go? What's your plans? What's your hopes, dreams?
I want to die, but I want to die like right after my album came out, and I want everyone to be like, "Oh, he had so much more to give." That's my goal. Like you just get that solid 45, and it's like all the new young comics are listening. Like, "You're DeCotiis, this shit's hilarious." It's like, "Oh, dude, he OD'd." You know what I mean? And then like you're in that league where you don't need to write a second hour because the second hour is never as good as the first, and like you're a legend. You know? Like, oh man, just dead, dude. Dead at 28, but like dead with a solid hour. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be doing comedy forever. You want to fucking die a legend. And then I want a threesome before I die. That's what I want.
With chick's name here. Have you no threesomes?
I've never had a threesome. I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know? But no. I almost had one, but I ended up eating Waffle House alone at 6 in the morning.
Oh yeah?
It was really close.
You going there tonight?
No, we're gonna go back to Palm Beach. I have to go play Street Fighter. The Japanese are on it.
You're not doing it right now.
You go home, if you play at 5 in the morning, you can play with guys in Tokyo. And the connection's pretty shitty, but like, you play like good players. Because I mean, Japanese people, when they put their mind into something, they get it done. So it's like, you think you're good at something. That's the beauty of comedy, is comedy. Well, America is the best at comedy. Like the British have the, you're funny.
America!
Canada's pretty funny. Canada's really funny. John Doerr's a really good comic, a lot of good, but we're the best in comedy. So it's like, the thing about comedy is like, you don't have to worry about a Japanese kid working all day, all night. He's not gonna be funny. You ever meet a really funny Japanese guy? No, they suck. They're hacks. Yeah. I mean, the Japanese guy, he can, fix your phone and, beat you in Street Fighter, but he's not gonna be funny anymore. So it's like, this is the last recourse for white, lazy people to try to find some easy cash. Some easier pussy. That's all I want. That's what I get laid. That was my goal comedy. Get a flyer, and there's one of them somewhere at me. Get a flyer and get some pussy. And I fucking got a flyer, let me tell you. I got a lot of flyers.
Were you happy the first time you saw yourself on a flyer? I was.
Oh, it was great. The first time I saw you on a flyer, it was a really big day in my life, though. The first time I saw myself on a flyer, it was huge. It was huge. It was like, oh, that's my face. That's a picture of me that I think looks okay. And now I see it. It looks like I'm squinting. I'm taking a dump. It's a terrible photo. But yeah, it's a big deal. And then I started walking around like strip clubs, and like you start going around like shitty bars, and you see bigger flyers of people you've never heard of, and you're like, oh, I guess a flyer doesn't mean anything. Like, oh, I have a Canon copy machine. I can make a million flyers and put them all over town. I'm still a fucking loser.
Well, Dan, just a very general question, man. Anything else you want to let the comedy world know? Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to plug, man? Free form for you. We'll let them know.
I'm not gonna plug really. My friend Steve, really funny. Steve, how do you actually say your last name? Kapache. I can't do it. Kapache. Steve Kapache. That's what I want to plug. Very funny comedian. He's gonna get his due one of these days. I swear to God, man, you're gonna really blow up. You're gonna get really really cute guy. Steve is what I want to plug. And also, I don't know, look at me on YouTube and fucking like it because it helps my little black heart grow. Hey, why are YouTube such an asshole? This is a hacky bit, I'm gonna do it. But everybody's so rude. So I get it, I'm just another black comedian. Alright, thank you very much. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to do this anymore.
Guys, that was Dan DeCotiis. He'll be dead in a few years. Look out for his comedy album. It will be awesome. Hey, you leave? I haven't even signed off yet.
I'm not gonna leave.
Dan, thank you very much, man.
This
was Comics Corner. Dan DeCotiis, short notes. I know, Comics Corner in a corner. Good night, good luck, and hey, go fuck yourselves.
Hey, look at that. I was $8 microphone, so thank you.
We're good.